Transitioning from the military to civilian life is no easy feat, let alone transitioning from the military to the workforce. When you're used to speaking in military terms, it is often not easy to decipher common workplace lingo. And that can lead you wondering, what does dog fooding even mean? So today we're going to be debunking some workplace lingo from military terms. My name is Maria Hamill, and I am the Programs Coordinator. I wanted to include my email address if you have any questions or concerns or topic ideas for workshops in the future. Please feel free to reach out to me, even if it is just to chat. So today we're going to be going over some military to workplace tips, some common workplace lingo debunked, and some military to civilian terms overall. So first up is just some tips from transitioning from the military to the workforce. As the topic of this workshop is debunking workplace lingo, be wary of using military jargon in the workplace. It can be confusing for civilians to understand military jargon, just like it is for some military folks to understand workplace lingo. So that's why we're here today to go over that lingo. It's also, they use civilian time in the workforce most often, not everyone, of course, but just be wary of that. And last thing I wanted to add is people within the workforce are often addressing folks through their professional contact, so by their first name or last name, and often sir and ma'am is not used as it is in the military. However, I don't really give 100% to that, because I do think there are circumstances where sir and ma'am could be appropriate, and I still believe that's pretty professional. So that's kind of up to you of how you want to handle that. All right, next we're going to go over some lingo and then debunk it onto what it actually means. So the process that I'm going to do that is I'm going to go over the term, which is on the left-hand side, and then I'm going to give the description or the definition of that term, and then I'm going to use the term within a sentence. So first up is impact. So impact is the effect on something. So an example of this in a sentence would be, what is our company's impact on the market? Deep dive is brainstorming ideas or digging into something, digging into a topic. Example of this would be, let's take a deep dive into our recruitment process. Move the needle is putting effort into a project to get it moving or to get it started or to move it along in the process. Example of this is, I need you to move the needle on this upcoming project. Unpack is to examine a topic further. Example of this, let's unpack the goals behind this campaign. Wheelhouse, that's a person's specialty area. So let's say your specialty area is within data analytics. Maybe my specialty area is in workshops. An example of this in a sentence is, this topic is within Jim's wheelhouse. Let's have him take the lead on that project. Amplify, that is to improve something or to make it more grand. Example of that would be, how can we amplify this project? Ping, so ping is more kind of technologically based, so it's sending a message to someone specifically over a chat platform such as like Teams, Microsoft Teams, Zoom. It could be used for a text message as well. Example of ping is, let me ping Brenda to see if she's available for a meeting. All right, on to page 2. Drill down. That is to find the root of an issue or to examine it closer. Example of drill down is, let's drill down in this spreadsheet. Bandwidth, the availability to work on a project or to have time to do something. Example of that would be, Kevin, do you have the bandwidth to take on this project? Circle back, that is to come back to a topic or an idea. Example, before we move on, I want to circle back to Rachel's comment. Low-hanging fruit, this is sales deals that are easy to close or just overall projects and goals that are easy to reach. Example would be, I want to accomplish this low-hanging fruit today before moving on to X, Y, and Z tomorrow. Data-driven, a focus on researching trends of the products or services to determine where to go next. An example of this would be, at X, Y, and Z company, we provide data-driven results. Dog fooding, so you might be thinking, even from the beginning of this workshop, what the heck does dog fooding mean? Why did she say dog fooding? I'm going to be completely honest, never have you heard the term dog fooding in the corporate world, but I will include it here today just in case you ever hear it. So dog fooding means employees that are using the products and services of their company. So example of this would be, we encourage our employees to dog food our services. And last but not least is open communal, and that is to be transparent with your plans and intentions. Example of this is, I want to be open communal with you today. All right, so now we are going to move on to translating military to civilian terms and acronyms specifically. So on the left-hand side is going to be the military term or acronym, and on the right-hand side of this table is going to be the civilian term that it translates to or could be used as an alternative. So first up is TDY or TAD, that could be translated to business travel. PCS, relocation. OER or NCOER, performance appraisal. MOS or MOC is a career field. Commanded is also could be used for supervised or directed. Unit, platoon, or battalion is organization, agency, department. Mission is responsibility, task, objective, job. Combat or war, hazardous conditions, conflict. Headquarters, this one translates pretty well, headquarters or corporate office. Subordinates, your employees or your coworkers. Service members, employees, coworkers, colleagues, personnel, individuals. Military Personnel Office or Military Action Center is a personnel office. I think that could also be used as HR. Regulations, guidance, policy, instructions. Recognizance, data collection, survey, analysis. TDA or MTOE is organizational structure, materials, resources, and manpower. I also wanted to include some military to civilian like schools. So on the left-hand side, you'll see the military, different types of training schools. And then on the right-hand side is kind of what they could be comparable to within different school or classroom objectives. So I'll just leave this here if you want to take a pause and pause the video, take a look at it. I'm not going to read through all of these here today. I want to note that within the email of this workshop, I will include a PDF with additional terms translated from military to civilian world. And so that will be in the email that you'll be receiving with this video. And I also want to note that at the bottom or on the second page of that PDF, There are some additional links that are linked on there for different assistance with translating your military experience and terms into civilian language. These could be particularly very good for if you're trying to update and create a resume or cover letter and you're having trouble translating some of your experience from the military to civilian terms. So take a look at those if that is something that you're looking for, and it's just kind of like good overall if you just want to take a look at those links for additional help. Again, that will be in the email of the work or the email of this workshop. As always, if you have any questions, concerns, or just want to chat with us, feel free to reach out to Veterans Upward Bound at our phone number, email, or our website. Thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.